Hey, what's up? I'm Dominique, and today I'm going to be predicting what the makeup trends for 2025 are going to be. Every year, trending makeup changes a little bit, and as someone who is seriously obsessed with makeup, I love to guess and predict the style of makeup that's going to be popular for the upcoming year. And you know, I could be totally wrong with my guesses, but after seeing how makeup has evolved in 2024, I am so excited for what's to come in 2025. So if you're ready to slay your makeup this year, you've come to the right place. I'm your makeup bestie, and I'm here to give you all my super fun makeup tips and tricks. So I'm going to be creating a look that I think will totally embody what 2025 makeup is going to look like. And we're going to be doing this while we yap it up. So let's jump right in and let's get started on this look. So I came up with a little phrase that I think is really going to describe the makeup trends for 2025. And that is, this is the year for a little bit more. I just think that everyone this year is going to start wearing a little bit more makeup. I feel like we really saw that last year with people really starting to have some fun again with makeup. And I feel like we have Sabrina Carpenter and Chappell Roan to thank for that. So to start off this look, of course I had to moisturize my face using my favorite e.l.f. Cosmetics Holy Hydration Daily Moisturizer. This is such a good moisturizer to use underneath your foundation, and no matter what year it is, a moisturizer underneath my foundation is always a must. You know, I'm a dry skin queen, so of course I have to have moisturized skin before I do my foundation. Now, the next step in my routine is gonna be some eyeshadow. And listen, I know that might be a little bit strange to do my eyeshadow before I do my foundation, but if I'm going to be quite honest, that's how I do my eyeshadow all the time. You know, I just hate when eyeshadow fallout gets onto my foundation after I already did it. So 2025 is going to be the year of doing my eyeshadow first before my foundation. And as you can see, I'm just starting off by priming my eyelids, and I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Concealer to do this. And if I'm being quite honest, this NARS Soft Matte Concealer is one of my favorite concealers to prime my eyelids with. Now, I think the trend for eyeshadow this year is definitely going to be some cool and neutral toned eyeshadow. Just like in 2024, cool and neutral tones took over the entire year. Whether it was eyeshadow, contour sticks, lip combos, anything like that, it was all cool and neutral. And quite honestly, I think it's going to be the exact same for this year, except I think makeup is going to continue to get a little bit more cool and neutral toned. So of course, today I have to use the Huda Beauty Icy Nude eyeshadow palette. This is the perfect eyeshadow palette to have for this year. So first, I'm going to take a really fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade called Cold Plunge, and I'm going to start by placing it directly into my crease. And I'm going to build this shade up with about 3 layers so it becomes very pigmented. And I'm also going to bring it up all the way to my eyebrow, so I give myself a lot more space to work with other colors underneath it. You know, I have a feeling that eyeshadow is really going to make a huge comeback this year. And if I'm being quite honest, I feel like we have Chappell Roan to thank for that, because you know she always comes out with the craziest makeup looks that I am seriously obsessed with, because I would love nothing more than for people to be super extra and to be super bold with their makeup again. I just feel like when people go all out with their makeup, they're truly expressing themselves because they get to have fun, you know? And that's why I love makeup so much, is because you get to express yourself with your makeup style. And since clean girl makeup was popular for like 3 years, I feel like people were uncomfortable with expressing themselves with makeup. So now I'm going to take a slightly smaller fluffy blending brush. I'm going to dip into the shade called First Class, and I'm just going to do the exact same steps with this shade. I'm going to pop it into my crease, and I'm just going to deepen it up slightly. And you know, using some windshield wiper motions is really going to help me blend this out. And all windshield wiper motions mean is just going from your inner corner to your outer corner, just like this, like a little windshield wiper. And last but not least, for the crease, I'm going to take an even smaller fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to dip into this dark brown shade called Faux Fur. Now with this shade, I'm just going to stamp it directly onto my eyelid, and I'm going to focus it more on the outer corner of my eyelid. And I'm just going to use some stamping motions until all the pigment comes off my brush. So stamp, stamp, stamp until there's nothing left. And then with a second fluffy brush that I use, I'm going to blend it out using the shade First Class. I'm just mainly focusing on the harsh edges here. Now, do you see the super subtle and neutral smoky eye that we have going on? I think that's exactly what 2025 is going to be all about. Now with a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to dip into the shade called Diamond Dew, and I'm going to very lightly pat this on my lid. You know, I feel like in 2024 matte eyeshadow looks were so popular, but I feel like this year people are going to start adding a little bit more glitter to their eyeshadow. I'm not talking super full shimmer looks, but I think a little bit of a hint of glitter, like a little bit of a pop of glitter, is going to be super popular. You know, kind of like that Urban Decay Space Cowboy vibe. And I see that using your finger with Diamond Dew is a lot better than a flat eyeshadow brush. And do you see all this glitter fallout that just got onto my face from the Diamond Dew shade? Imagine that getting onto your foundation after you just perfected it. Oh no, no, no. Well, since I have no foundation on, I can just go ahead and wipe away all the glitter, and then it will be like it never happened. Oh my god, I didn't notice. I didn't even notice that this towel had red on it. Oh, now I look even more crazy. Well, I guess thank goodness I didn't have foundation on when I did that. Now that the eyeshadow is all complete, for now that is. It is time to start on the base makeup. So first things first, I gotta prime my skin with a really nice primer. And today I'm going to be using the NYX Cosmetics Marshmallow Primer. This is one of my favorite primers for pore smoothing. I mean, it really smooths out everything on the skin, and it really helps make my makeup look so smooth. Oh my gosh, and it also smells so good. It smells just like marshmallows, and I can't tell you enough how much I love this primer. As I was pumping it out onto my cheeks, I was actually getting scared that nothing was gonna come out because I'm almost completely done with this. I mean, as you can see, the label is literally rubbing off. I've used this so much, and it's almost completely empty. And I think that this is gonna be the perfect primer to use in 2025, because if I were to guess what the foundation look for this year is going to be, I would guess that we're gonna go for a velvety glowy look. Now that my skin is primed, we are ready to go in with some foundation. And truly, I think the perfect foundation for 2025 is gonna be the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. Since we're going for a velvet glow look, I think it's very important to use a super glowy foundation. I truly don't see full coverage foundations coming back just yet, but I think medium coverage foundations are going to be perfect for this year. And that's exactly what this foundation is. It's a gorgeous, hydrating, medium coverage foundation that leaves your skin with a nice glowy look. So if we're talking about velvet skin with a hint of a glow, this is a perfect foundation for that. I mean, at the end of the day, when I go to take off this foundation, it still looks as good as it does when I first put it on, which is quite insane because I'm like, how is this foundation so freaking beautiful? And not only does this look incredible on my skin, this foundation is so insanely lightweight, it doesn't even feel like I have anything on, which is such a slay, honestly. Oh, and I forgot to mention that in this, I wear the shade 6 Neutral. Now I'm gonna take my little beauty sponge and I'm gonna use it to help press the foundation into my skin. 2025 is going to be the year of the smoothest foundation that you've ever seen, and that's all thanks to this little sponge hack right here. Seriously, if you apply your foundation with the brush first and then press it in with the beauty sponge after you applied it, oh my goodness, your skin is going to look so insanely smooth, smoother than you've ever seen it before. Now for concealer, I don't really think anything is really going to change too much when it comes to concealer for this year. I still think that everyone is going to love a super hydrating and creamy concealer. So today I'm going to be using the Say Slip Tint Concealer, and I have the shade number 4. This is a nice medium coverage concealer that has a super creamy and hydrating formula. It doesn't feel heavy at all on the skin, but it still covers up everything that it needs to. It blends out like a dream. I love how it looks on my skin throughout the day, and I don't see using a concealer that's 1 to 2 shades brighter than your skin tone ever going out of style. So you know, this year we're still gonna have those bright under eyes. I love when all my dark circles just magically go away because I put on some concealer. I love looking like I actually got 8 hours of nice restful sleep because I'm a severe night owl and I always have dark circles, so covering them up with some concealer is the way to go for me. And truly, if you haven't tried out the Say concealer yet, you totally should. It's really nice. It actually surprised me because I wasn't expecting too much from this concealer, even though I love the brand Say. I just thought it was going to be more of a lighter coverage concealer, and I like my concealers to have high coverage to them, but this shocked me. It is so beautiful. I love it, and I highly recommend. So now I'm going to take my little beauty sponge and I'm going to use it to help press the concealer into my skin. I do this step after every single cream product that I apply to my skin. This right here is really the step that's going to help you achieve that, whoop, there goes my sponge. This right here is really what's going to help you get that really smooth velvet look for your skin. And if you have not tried this hack out for yourself yet, you totally should. You're going to be shook at how good your makeup looks after you do this. And now it's time for some Dr. Pepper because we can't do a video without some Dr. Pepper. This right here, along with some makeup, are my favorite things in this entire world. So cheers! Now in the year of 2025, I'm predicting that contour is going to be huge. I truly think we're going to see new liquid contours, new powder contours, new cream contours, contour sticks. And if you're like, what the heck is contour? Contour is the exact same thing as a bronzer. You put it in the exact same areas, except contour is more cool toned and neutral, whereas a bronzer is, you know, warm and bronzy. So when you apply contour to your face, it makes your face look a lot more sculpted and chiseled because it doesn't really warm up your skin. It just makes you look super snatched and defined. So today I'm going to be using this liquid contour from Glam, and this is the Sun Sculpt liquid contour in the shade Golden Sun. Now this is a super neutral liquid contour, that's for sure. I mean, you see that right there? You see how it's not too warm? That's exactly what the vibe for this year is going to be. Since everyone wanted a really nice contour last year, I think all the brands really took that note and started developing immediately. So this year, I think we're going to see a ton of contour. And truly, if any of my predictions come true, I think this is the one that's going to be spot on. I just think that we're going to see so many new contour products that it's going to be overwhelming and just insane. And you know, I have a ton of bronzers in my collection, but I don't really have a lot of contour products. So I'll actually be very excited to add more contour to my collection. I mean, because you can't go wrong with a nice snatched and defined look, can you? So now, of course, I'm going to take my little beauty sponge and I'm going to press the contour into my skin. This is really going to smooth everything out, get rid of any harsh lines, and just make it look a lot more natural. Now for blush this year, I think mauve blush is going to take over the world. Seriously, I think we're about to have a mauve toned takeover, because for the past few years, pink blush was everything. But I think we're going to evolve a little bit this year, and I think we're going to move into the mauve tones. So today I'm going to be using the Say Glow Sculpt Cream Blush in the shade Mauve Glow. You know, mauve is just the perfect shade to add to your cool and neutral toned looks, because the shade mauve itself is definitely more neutral and cool toned than it is warm toned. This is another prediction that I could actually see happening as well. I mean, truly, mauve is just a beautiful color. Mauve comes in all different tones and shades. And I've been saying mauve so much throughout this video that I feel like mauve isn't even a real word anymore. I mean, you know what I mean? Do you ever say a word so much where you're like, is that actually how you say the word? Like, it doesn't feel real anymore. Well, that's where I'm at with the word mauve. Now, I will say I love the Say Glow Sculpt so freaking much. It's so easy to blend out and it's not overly pigmented either. So you really get to customize how much blush you get to put on your cheeks. And the best part about this is that it leaves my skin with such a hydrated and glowy look. And in 2025, I think glowy cheeks are still going to be super popular. You know, this year we still want to look hydrated with our skin, but I don't think we're gonna go over the top with the glow like we did last year. And now you know the drill at this point. I'm gonna take my little beauty sponge and I'm gonna use it to press the cream blush into my skin. Oh, what a difference this step makes. I love my little beauty sponge and I do not know where I would be without this. I'm obsessed. Do you see this skin right now? It looks incredible and I'm loving it. Oh my god, I just sounded like I said the McDonald's theme song. And I'm loving it. Why did I say it like that? Oh god. When your mirror just falls right off your desk. We love that. We really do. We love it. As you can see, I'm knocking everything over and throwing things around today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Now it's time in my makeup routine where I set my face with some powder. And this year, I think we're gonna see powder become a lot more popular. You know, truly, if we want that velvety skin look, it all comes together with a really nice powder. So today, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Powder. And in this, I have the shade Peach Pie. So for this very velvety look, I'm going to be using a powder puff to apply the powder. So I'm just gonna pick some up right out of the jar, and I'm going to start applying it directly to underneath my eyes first. You know, we gotta set this concealer as soon as we can so it doesn't crease. And as I'm applying this powder, I'm actually going to press it into my skin until I can't see it any longer. So with my powder puff, I'm just gonna press until it all blends right into my skin. I love doing this method with my powder because I feel like you really get the max benefits of how the powder will look on your skin once it's all pressed in. For example, this powder right here helps to blur the skin to perfection. I mean, do you see my under eyes right now? They look so insanely smooth, and it's really because this powder does wonders on the skin. I am obsessed with this powder, and I think this powder is the perfect one to use for that velvety look. So to actually get this velvety look, I'm going to start lightly tapping the powder all over my face. And I'm not saying to go in with the powder. You know, it's not 2016. We don't want to apply too much powder, but I think lightly tapping it all over the face is really going to help smooth out your makeup. It's going to blur and airbrush your skin like crazy. And the best part is that the more powder you use, the longer your makeup is actually going to last. You know, in 2023 and 2024, we really didn't powder our skin at all. We just used a little bit to set underneath our eyes. So this year, I think people are going to start diving back into some powders. And since we have really great, beautiful powders on the market, I think people are really going to start liking this method again. I mean, do you see how beautiful the skin looks when you only use a tiny bit of powder all over your face? It looks incredible and so velvety soft and smooth. And that's exactly the look that we're going for this year. So sign me up. So now it's the time of my makeup routine where I go back in with some powder contour, you know, to really help set that cream contour into my skin. And today I'm going to be using the Essence Contouring Duo palette. And like I said earlier, I think contouring is about to take over the industry. I think we're going to see a lot more powder contours launched this year, and quite honestly, I'm very excited for that. So of course, I have to use this little contour palette today, and I just mix these two shades in this palette together because why the heck not? And I'm going to start applying this directly on top of where I place a cream contour. I love the way that contour just really helps to sculpt my face. And that's exactly what makes a contour great. And I feel like my makeup really leveled up once I started pairing cool and neutral tones together along with warm and warm tones together. When you pair the same undertones together throughout the entire look, your makeup will look so excellent. And shout out to Essence for making such a good, affordable contour. This product is so pigmented, it blends out very easily, and it really gets the job done. I'm feeling snatched right now. You see how I don't look too orange and too warm, but I just look nice and defined and chiseled? That's all thanks to the contour. And this year, we're really gonna eat up this contoured look. We're gonna see so much of it that it's gonna be insane. Imagine no brand releases new contour this year, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, we're gonna see so much contour on the market this year. I mean, really, who knows? Only time will tell. We'll have to revisit this video at the end of the year to see if my predictions came true. So for powder blush this year, I think luminous glowy blushes are gonna be so insanely popular because I really think the makeup industry is going to eat up a nice luminous powder blush. And of course, our blush is still going to be those gorgeous mauve tones. And one of my favorite luminous blushes definitely has to be from Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Mood Exposure. And this right here is a gorgeous, 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 stunning mauve toned blush. So it's going to go perfect with this look. It's really not that pigmented, so you definitely have to build it up a little bit, but that is not a problem with me because this formula is incredible. It is so lightweight on the skin. It goes on so smooth and very evenly. And do you see how my cheeks have that very subtle glow from within when I turn my head? That's exactly what I'm talking about. This blush is everything. I mean, if we're talking about velvet skin, this is the perfect blush for that. To me, velvet skin is all about that smooth, airbrushed look with a glowy finish in very specific areas. You know, I really hope 2025 is a great year. I'm a little nervous, and I truly hope that both of us have such a great year this year. I mean, a new year is a fresh start to all your goals, and now is the perfect time to start focusing on you and what you actually like to do. So I really hope that you take care of yourself this year, and I hope that you spend time doing things that truly make you happy, because this year we're really going to be focusing on our mental health and doing things that make us happy. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's my entire mood for all of 2025. There's only room in my life for things that actually make me happy, and if they don't, they gotta go immediately. So here's to us having a great 2025. Come here, bring it in, let's have a hug. Oh. Now, I don't care what year it is, I'm still going to be baking my face with some setting powder. I feel like this just helps my makeup look a lot more clean and snatched, and who doesn't want that? And don't worry, I'm gonna dust off this powder. I'm just gonna let it sit on my skin while I do my eyebrows and finish up my makeup. Now that I look like Santa Claus. Oh, Christmas is over. Wrong time to use that joke. So let's move on to some highlighter, because highlight is a huge part in having velvety skin. And I know people are always like, 2016 highlighter, oh my god, you're wearing so much highlighter, it's 2016. But really, has highlighter ever gone away? I don't think it has. I think highlighter is here to stay forever. I think everyone loves a good highlighter moment. So today I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Powder Highlight in the shade Moonlit Glow. So I'm just going to apply this on the highest points of my cheeks. And do you see how gorgeous and blinding this highlight is? That look is just so perfect to me. I want my cheeks to look as glowy as humanly possible, and I truly want everyone to see my highlighter from 20 miles away, okay? I need to be glowing like I'm a glazed donut. It's not a want in my makeup routine, it's a must. I must glow every single time. Seriously, every single time I do my makeup, I will not leave the house without some highlighter. I feel like when my cheeks look glowy, my skin just looks so nice, fresh, and hydrated. So basically, I'm just gonna place this all over my face. I'm going to place it in all the areas where I want my skin to be glowing. And this right here is really gonna make the velvet skin come to life. And in my opinion, there's never such thing as too much highlighter. And I love the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter because it is so blinding, so gorgeous. You really only need one swipe and that's it. But it's not chunky and it's not glittery at all. And I feel like that is really the vibe for 2025. You want that beautiful glow from within look, not that glittery, chunky highlight look. And this baby right here knows how to be a perfect powder highlight. Even though she's quite expensive, but at least you get what you pay for. So now in 2025, I'm thinking that the lip combos can go any way. So I'm not really sure what's going to be super popular this year. I could see mauve lips becoming really popular. I can see nude lips becoming popular again. But whatever it is, I think it's still gonna be cool or neutral toned. I'm gonna say my prediction for 2025 is gonna be super neutral and cool toned nude lips. And one of my favorite cool toned lip liners definitely has to be the Makeup Forever Artist Color Lip Pencil, specifically in the shade Endless Cacao. First of all, these lip liners are everything. They're so creamy, they last all day long. So with this pencil, I'm just gonna line my lips, and I'm gonna overline slightly so I have a little bit more of a plump effect to my lips. And when I first apply this lip liner, it looks a little bit concerning because it's super cool toned. On my skin tone, it looks almost gray. But this just gives my lips that perfect cool toned base for any other lip color to sit on top of. Now hear me out. This is such a trust the process lip combo, but ooh, it's a perfect lip combo for 2025. Now I'm gonna take the MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love, and I'm just gonna apply it right on top of this lip liner. And I mean directly on top. I'm gonna bring it all the way to the edge edges of the lip liner, and this is truly going to become the perfect cool toned nude lip. You know, I feel like people are very inspired by the 90s right now, and this lip combo is very 90s. But you know, that's exactly what's trendy right now. Everyone loves the 90s and the 2000s, and this lip combo is very that. And now I'm going to top off this lip combo with the Dior Lip Maximizer in the shade Berry. This is a really nice plumping lip gloss, which I think is going to be very popular in 2025 as well. I mean, everyone loves a good lip plumper. And this gloss is also very sheer, and I feel like very sheer glosses are the ones that are super popular, like lip oils. And I think lip oils will still be super popular, but I think this year what's really going to be popular is lip stains. I think we're going to be seeing so many new lip stain products, like actual stains for your lips. I think we'll see lip stain glosses, lip stain lipsticks, products that actually tint the lips and won't come off. And that will be quite interesting to see. And last but certainly not least, we have to go in with the dewy setting spray. So today I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. And this setting mist right here is really going to give my skin such a beautiful glowy finish to it. It won't be over the top glowy, but it will be the perfect amount of glow to still have that beautiful velvety skin look. So I'm just going to spray this all over my face, and I'm going to drench my face with this. The more you drench your face, the glowier it's going to be. And then I'm just going to let it naturally air dry. I feel like we're going to see brands launch dewy setting sprays so much this year because everyone loves glowing skin, and glowy and dewy setting sprays are the perfect way to just give your skin that glowy look while looking super hydrated and also making your makeup last all day long. I will never leave the house without a dewy setting spray, that's for sure. Even when I'm not wearing makeup, I drench my face with a dewy setting spray. I mean, you see that glow on my skin, you really can't go wrong with this. And that's it. Here's today's 2025 inspired makeup look all complete. And if you were to ask me what is going to be super popular this year in the makeup industry, I would have to say velvet skin and a whole lot of contour. Maybe 2025 makes a crazy twist in the makeup industry, and maybe something completely different will come around. But truly, only time will be able to tell. So I think that we should revisit this video at the end of the year to see how my predictions held up. And I don't know about you, but I think 2025 is going to be the year of the contour. And you know, this year I think we're going to move up a little bit in the glam department, and I think we're going to see a lot more people express themselves with makeup this year. And to me, that's my favorite part, and I'm so excited for that. And before you go, make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know what makeup style do you think is going to be super trendy this year, because quite honestly, I would love to hear from you. And of course, as always, I've linked all the products I mentioned in today's video down in the description box for you, just in case you want to go ahead and check any of them out. I'll be back next week with a brand new video, so make sure to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss when I upload my next video. And then that way we can become besties. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. I hope you had so much fun as I shared with you my 2025 makeup trend predictions. And I can't wait to spend 2025 with you. So let's make 2025 the best year that it can possibly be. And me and you, we're in this together. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and P.S. don't forget to subscribe so that we can truly become besties. I love that for us.